If you want a sexy bus, we are going to sell sexy buses. That is great.
Los Angeles, known for its sunshine, palm trees, swimming pools, Hollywood movies, and oh yeah, traffic's so bad you could spend hours in your car trying to get wherever you're going.
Baruch, what are we doing today?
We are driving on Los Angeles freeways.
That's me and producer Alex Manning hanging out with Baruch Feigenbaum, a transportation policy analyst at Reason Foundation.
And we're going to find some that are congested. We're not going to have to try very hard because they're all congested.
In fact, a recent study from the American Highway Users Alliance found that Los Angeles has 12 of the 50 worst bottlenecks in the United States.
We're really in bumper-to-bumper traffic here.
Yeah, this is great. It's not great that the traffic is so bad, but it's a great example of just how much of a mess this really is. Of course, cities throughout the country have this problem. It's certainly not limited to LA, but LA is the worst in many metrics.
According to the city's Mobility 2035 plan, which is really just a plan for what the city wants to be in the upcoming decades, the solution to this congestion is to impart increased density to promote more rail-based transit and put some more wide bike lanes and sidewalks in so people will get out of their cars. In short, the plan seems to foresee a future where LA looks more like New York City, where people commute day to day without cars and live in densely populated downtown areas.
Everybody wants to be New York City. But what people forget is New York City was built up a long time ago, and it was built when cars were not popular and in some cases didn't even exist. We go back to the 1800s. And so it was built around walking and being able to take transit. Los Angeles was built around the automobile because we had it.
Through the years, as different parts of Los Angeles developed, the car made it easier to get to those places, until eventually people had many places to go all over the city in a given day.
LA, unlike, say, New York, is a system where people live in many areas and work in many areas. There's a downtown, but a very small share of jobs, perhaps 5%, are actually in the downtown core. And so you've got people going from everywhere to everywhere.
And that's why Feigenbaum says the car in Los Angeles is more than a means of transportation.
The car is a symbol. It's a symbol of personal mobility. It's a symbol of freedom. It's a symbol of basically living in Southern California. And when folks say things like, well, we need to get people out of their cars, it's more than just a commuting. It's sort of a whole way of life.
It's with that in mind that Reason Foundation came up with its own solutions for all of Southern California. And while the cost is $700 billion, about half of that comes out of existing tax revenues, and the other half comes out of tolls, specifically toll lanes, like these already seen in a neighboring county.
The toll varies based on the congestion in the lane, and it actually provides folks with an alternative to sitting in this congested traffic. High income, low income, we find that folks who are what we would say working class, paycheck to paycheck, value these express lanes the most because they often have to get someplace. They have to get to pick up their children from daycare. Daycares charge extra by the minute. They have a job that they actually have to be on time for.
That's, I think, is an interesting criticism of these toll roads, is that it's going to put together some sort of class system on our freeways. Rich people get to ride in the toll lanes and us poor people get to ride in the regular lanes.
Right.
What's your answer to that?
Well, my answer is if you look at the folks who actually use the lanes and the places where they are actually in use right now, including some lanes in Los Angeles, that's not what you see. The 5 most common car makes in the lanes are Toyota, Honda, Ford, Chevrolet, and I believe Nissan. And the types of cars are Toyota Corollas, Ford F-150s. These are certainly not luxury vehicles.
These are the people's cars.
These are the people's cars. That's right. It's a solution for the people.
Another solution for the people, get those slow freight trucks off the highway and get all those drivers taking shortcuts off the surface streets with European-style tunnels.
So we have 6 proposed tunnels. Most people already have sewer and septic tunnels under their houses.
They just don't know about it.
They just don't know about them. And I don't know about you, but having, sewer running under my under my house sounds a lot worse than a car.
Yeah.
That's just me, but
it's a poop tunnel. It's a poop tunnel.
Yum yum. Hope it doesn't leak.
Some other suggestions Reason Foundation has come up with include underpasses or overpasses for the worst clogged surface streets, and buses. Lots and lots of buses.
We have bus rapid transit. We have express bus. Express bus would use these express managed lanes. We're building on the expressways sort of to give buses an option to have a reliable commute time.
Why not get people on rail instead?
Los Angeles has been building a rail system for 25 years. And you can argue already, I would argue, that all of the places where rail possibly makes sense are already served by rail.
But a rail system is so metropolitan, so hip, so sexy. It's nothing like riding the dumpy city bus. Or is it?
We've got BRT now, Bus Rapid Transit, which is what we're proposing on Surface Street. It looks really great. I can get you a sexy bus. If you want a sexy bus, we are going to sell sexy buses. That is great. It is still a sexy bus. It's a little bit more than your traditional bus, but it's still way, way cheaper. Sometimes an order of 10, usually between 3 and 10 times cheaper than a rail line.
And here's the thing about LA. It's a very large land area, and popular places to live, work, and go out to eat are always changing. Cars and buses are able to adapt to that rapidly changing culture, as long as you can find parking when you get there.